the way, porn is illegal here in Texas now.
What?
Yeah,
They
like if you go to
changed?
pornhub.com, it
Uh-huh.
won't let you in. You have to use a VPN.
Holy shit.
But there's workaround. Oh, hello and welcome, people of the internet, boys and girls, ladies and gents, and non-binaries. And that's the last time I'm going to say that because I don't want this to become a polemic podcast.
Oh, yeah, no, all the binaries gonna come in here.
Yeah, we don't want that shit. Anyways, hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Long Distance Podcast with your host.
Oh, me first? Oh, Alexi?
Yeah,
What
man.
My bad. You're gonna say yourself first. We gotta get this in the rhythm. We gotta get
Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay. Well, you know, I'm generous and I'm a gentleman. So
Ooh.
you go first.
Thank you. And with
With Willie.
With?
I am
Willie.
here. Hello.
Willie Reyes.
Hello, everybody.
What's
Hello,
up?
everybody.
Ooh.
Well, how you doing, brother? How's it
I'm
going?
doing
How
pretty
you
good,
feeling?
man. Pretty good, dude. Pretty good, bro. It's a little hot here. I don't know if you see me. I'm a
Is it really?
little shiny in the face.
Okay.
Are you cold? It's
Okay.
really hot because I got all these lights on me right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
down here was a bit hotter than yesterday. Yesterday was nice. I don't know. I think the humidity went up because yesterday was like 90, 92, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, 90 degrees here with zero humidity is beautiful. And
rained today, dude.
today was a little hotter. Yeah, oof, fuck that.
It rained today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
God.
if you're anything above 80 and it rained, oh, I feel for you guys.
I'll tell you right now what today reached. Yeah, let's see if we can crank it back a little bit. I think we got up to 74 was the high today.
That's not too bad. Damn,
Yeah.
that's actually cool. But still, I remember a specific day that it was 73 degrees and I went out there in the morning. I didn't work that. It was a Sunday. This was like 2-3 years ago. 73 degrees. The humidity was like 89 or 85, something real crazy. And it just felt like it was terrible. It was so sticky. And even at that temperature, it was like, fuck this, man. Like, I can't wait to get my ass out of here and go to Texas. Which I did. Here I am.
There you are. There you are.
I am here. Well, we're going to cut right into the chase. I do have something to do here in a bit. Okay. So let's cut down to the chase and we'll start with today's topics. We'll start off with the logo mishap.
Oh, yes.
All right. So I posted on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, and I forget who else. The picture that I created for the logo of this podcast. And I was like, you guys find there's a few Easter eggs in here. Try to find them. There's 3. Turned out there was more than that. I really fucked that up. So we're going to explain that to you guys here. And well, no one commented on what it was. At least I didn't hear from anyone. I know you heard from someone, which is when I found out that I really fucked up.
Okay. Yeah, I heard from like about 2-3 people here.
So we're going to address that right now, and we're going to fix this before the podcast is out. I didn't get a chance to redo it, but I am. But if you guys are seeing this is the that's the, and I did it on one of these things. Well, shit, I just showed everybody my address.
Oh shit, we have to blur that out, baby.
It's okay. So I'm gonna fold this back so I don't commit the same mistake. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but I basically put the LPD because for some reason in my brain it sounded better. And it's not LPD, it's LDP. That's like the biggest mistake of this thing. Then I also
did not notice, man.
I didn't either. It's just it's in the brain. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
LDP is a bit confusing with LPD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's what you're thinking of.
I don't know why.
LAPD. I think
yeah,
that's why.
yeah, that's probably why. I don't know, but in the brain, it kind of like it sets itself to like where LPD sounds better than LDP for some reason. But the
Mhm.
other fuck up was the long distance. It's not distance, it's
Yeah,
distance. So
yeah.
that was a
Shout out
mistake
to
on my
Shay on
end.
that one.
Hey, shout out to Shay on that
And
one.
shout out to Shay on that one.
And the other one was that you look high as a motherfucker on
I
there,
do. I'm like,
which I'll try and fix that, but you look very high.
no, I mean, I like it.
And I like it too. I actually think it's very funny. The teeth is
Yeah,
funny, especially.
yeah. I was
Um
like, oh shit, my shit fucked up.
yeah, so is mine. I have a tooth that's a little longer than the other one right in front. So I kind of exaggerated that in the drawing, and you can see how long it. If you look at it like from close up, it looks terrible. Let
Yeah,
me see if you can see that. Can you see my teeth?
yeah, you can. Oh
Anyways,
shit.
and the last Easter egg was part of this side of the headphone. It wasn't colored in. I forgot to finish it, and it was like you had the two lines showing it, but I didn't draw it in. So, anyways, enough about that subject. That's gonna get fixed, and it'll be up there before the podcast out for episode number 2.
Those baby, those.
Numero dos, baby. Ain't nothing better
And
than
I'm
doing a number
speaking
2.
there. Oh, tell me about it. Man, Saturday. I mean,
Yeah.
talking about number twos, bro. Saturday was a doozy for me, man. Again,
Ooh wee.
I took Jessica to down to Brighton to do they were having
I
like a
saw that.
Gilmore Girl thing going on,
Yeah,
right?
I saw
So
that.
reenactment. And I usually take my shot, like my what's it called? My shot for my insulin
Yeah.
on Fridays. I forgot to take it Friday. So
Oh
Saturday
shit.
rolled around and I was like, you know, after I
Ooh.
eat breakfast, I'll take my shot. I forgot the shot again. So we
Oh
ended up
my
going
god.
all to Brighton. But the thing is, I'm lactose intolerant. I ate a bowl of cereal.
Uh uh
Bro, I
that's
almost did
the
not make
equivalent
it.
to that was the equivalent to gringos having Taco Bell on a Friday night.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it was so bad that even in the car, like Lola smells the nastiest shit. She won't say nothing, but this one, she's like, "What is that disgusting smell?" It's like,
Jeez, oh
"That's
man.
daddy. That's daddy. Daddy's
Poor poor
messed up
Jeep.
right now."
Instead of me saying poor Lola, I'm like poor Jeep.
Poor Jeep. The Jeep almost did not make it, dude. The Jeep was about to get
Oh man.
reupholstered pretty soon.
Ooh, wee, I bet you those springs under that seat are rusty as a motherfucker now.
Ooh, bro. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Corrosion.
jumping on to the next subject, I'll let you. Let's do one and one. You do one, I do one. So we started off with
Okay.
that. What do you
All right.
got?
Well,
What do you
man,
got?
I don't got much, but I got something here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up
Okay.
right quick. And
I'm glad I don't know what you have because that makes it interesting.
yeah. No, let's see. Let's see. Okay. So
So,
like there was something that I've been wanting to ask you for a while, for a long time.
oh boy.
And it's something that goes by the name of La Pesadilla.
Oh my God. No, don't
La,
go
La
there.
Pesadilla. We're
Oh
going there,
man.
dude.
Oh
Because
man. That's bad
because
news.
like I had you made you said you made an album.
I made a mixtape. I
You
did.
made you made a mixtape. You made a mixtape.
I
So
made a
and I know
mixtape.
that you had, you know, your inspirations were Calle 13. Temperamento was one of them
He was
too.
those
Yeah.
2 guys were Eminem was
Yeah.
big on that list too.
Yeah. And I remember you having a song with Temperamento.
I did, and that's up on YouTube in the record label. So his name is Angel, and he was the only
Angel.
he's Angel. I forget what was I gonna say? So he used to. I don't know if he's still doing music or not. I don't think he is, but if he is, it's under Jackpot 777 Records. But
Yep.
if you go to YouTube and you put Wilo WILO Pesadilla, you'll see 3 of my videos where I'm just goofing off, just singing to my own shit. One of those songs is the one with Temperamento with Christian.
Yeah. So what happened, man?
Which
Like you're You're talented,
I
like
went
you.
through I went through I went through a situation.
Mhm.
Um, it's long story short, I was caught in the middle of gunfire between two rival gangs. I got locked up. And
Mm.
on my way out, they made me walk back, them fuckers. They took my car and they took my money. They were playing around in jail. Like the cops were like, "Hey, or how much money you got? I got $100 on me." And they took my money to buy lunch for them bastards. And then they set me
Damn.
off. They let me walk. And this was on the west side by Grand River.
Okay.
And long story short, I almost got killed that night. It was 2 in the morning, and I remember getting home, fucking panicking. Like I just almost lost my life. I had to hide behind a car. Car got shot up. It made it on the news. This
Damn,
was a big
damn.
deal.
See, I never
Yeah,
even
this
knew
was a
none of
big
that shit.
deal. Yeah,
I
and
thought
that
you just like you were like,
situation.
I'm done. I thought that's all it was because that's how I
No,
felt
no.
like.
Well, my issue with music, man, you touched the topic, man, because
Yeah, no.
I have a passion for music and I have a very strong hatred for it also at the same time. For me, it's bittersweet, and because of the business side of things,
Mhm.
I dislike the way that a lot of the record labels they are managing the artist, and like you being owner of your catalog. And like I've seen so many artists get fucked over. Um, Not saying that Angel did that to me because he was a good guy. I never had any issues with him.
Mhm.
And if you're hearing this, Angel, shout outs to you. DJ Kid, C Styles, all you guys. Those guys were the shit. Um, but it's long story short. I ended up getting into the religion because I was like, fuck, I almost lost my life, and that shit scared me. And I was like, I'm gonna get my act together and get away from because I was beefing with a rap crew. I had beef with two other. It was three in total,
Okay.
and two of them were I took care of that, and the other one was there were more guys and they knew me. This was different. This was more personal, and
Okay.
their name was their rap group. It was me by myself versus all of them, and we went at it. We went at it hard. This was like real shit. Like driving by my house with guns, and I'm in the window with my gun. And it's like we're gonna kill each other one of these days.
Those are some real gangster
And
shit.
oh, this was real shit.
Jesus
My
Christ.
cousin that was he was with me. We used to hang out and shit. He got stabbed in his building where he lived.
Oh
They tried
damn.
to kill him and they stabbed the shit out of him. And so this was real stuff. And I decided to like, this is getting out of hand. This is like really personal now. And their name was Los Títeres.
Okay. Think I
Que
remember them.
descanse en paz, Tuto, rest in peace. He passed away some years ago, and Robert's still around. I think he's dating my aunt or something like that. But yeah, this was heavy duty, hardcore shit. I had a lot of beef, especially with this guy named Mostro, which we were friends in the beginning, and then he ended up teaming up with them. I never talked to him again for some reason. Like I wanted to square things up man to man, and we never got to because if at the time we would have faced off, it wasn't gonna be pretty. Somebody was gonna get killed, and I know for sure I wasn't gonna try to get killed, so I was gonna probably fuck somebody up, and I'm sure they thought the same of me. So
Right.
this was, for those of you that didn't know, this was heavy duty, hardcore street gangster shit. We had them show up to the studio one time. We're recording. They show up to the studio. It's just me and Angel. They're outside. It's like, what the fuck? Like this is deep. But in the end, I ended up cool with everybody. I didn't really talk too much with any of them. I saw Robert a while back, and I shook his hand. We shook hands. We didn't even talk about the situation. It's like that's in the past. It's whatever.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, man, I ended up getting into church. I did that shit for a while. I did that for like 2 or 3 years, and I was very committed. And then I started seeing things that I wasn't a fan of, like the background stuff that goes on that people don't know about. And I'm the type of person where anything I get myself into, I end up being somewhere in the top. whether it's work, whether it's music, I mean, I ended up high in the music thing, like, as far as like Spanish hip hop, because I wasn't. There's a song that I had to do with a reggaeton beat. I'm not a reggaetonero. I am not a fan. I'm a fan of the old school stuff, like when Baby Rasta was in there, beefing with Polaco and MC Ceja, like the old school early '90s stuff. Like
Right.
I was a fan of that. But after like reggaeton came around, like the reggaeton that we know today, like back in 2002, 3, 4, Don Omar, Yankee, Hector,
Yeah.
all these, that's when things changed for me. I wasn't a fan of it because all they talked about was fucking, and I like fucking. Who doesn't like the fuck? But it's like, everything you guys talk about is sex, and it's like talk about something else. Like I
Right.
bet you money, if your mom dies, you're not gonna rap that shit on reggaeton, motherfucker. You're gonna do that shit on a hip hop beat.
Right.
And my situation with life and the way I saw music and the art and all that, I expressed it best through hip hop. That was my thing. I was a rapper. I
Mhm.
wasn't a reggaetonero. I represented Spanish hip hop, and uh, man, you got me. You fucked me up with that question, dude.
Bro, it's because today I was going. I don't know what it was, and I was like, I wonder if I can find Willow, and I found you. I found it. And I found the one
On
with
YouTube?
Temperamento. Yeah, with the one with
Yeah.
Temperamento. And I remember the time when you told me that, I was like, when you first told me that, you were like, oh, I'm rapping and this and that. I was like, okay, let's see how good you're gonna be. And then all of a sudden you started flowing all this shit. I was like, all right, cool, sweet. Like that sounds good. And then when you were like, yeah, man, like Temperamento, this and that, and we started listening to Temperamento. Like Temperamento was up there for us. It was Calle 13,
It was on the
Temperamento.
top.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I was listening to with you because you were like a big fan of him, and every time that we went anywhere, you popped that fucking guy either SSCD or the tape or whatever the hell we had. And whatchamacallit, when once I heard that you were like, bro, like I might have a chance to like record with Temperamento, I was like, no fucking way. Like this guy, he's like, you're not big in the rap game like that, bro. And all of a sudden, boom, I was like, yo, like Wilo's really doing this shit, dog. And I was that was one of the
Yeah.
times I was like really proud of you. I was like, dude, like, fuck yeah. And I was like,
Yeah. I still remember the
that
first part. It's like, dicen por ahí que Wilito está loquito, dito mijo, si supieras lo que este cabrón ha visto. Something like that. Dicen por ahí que Wilito está loquito, dito mijo, si supieras lo que este cabrón ha visto. Tengo cositos que te he dejado, pero tito, tito, y con esa letra que se te cuente huele pico. Te va a hacer pena, tú eres como luce.
yeah, and it was a fast rap too. I was like,
It
yo,
was a
like this
fast,
guy's
yeah.
going fast as hell. I
That
remember
was one of the
I
hardest songs that I wrote. I had to put a lot of effort into that one. That one took me like a week to like master it and remember it because it
okay.
was a lot of words in each bar.
Uh-huh.
And people don't know this, but I don't write anymore like I used to. But
Mhm.
it's something that when you were born with, you never let go. I rhyme in my head all the time.
Oh, do you?
I have an I have an encyclopedia in my head. Like if I wanted to write, I could. I just don't because it's like there's too much. I don't really want to get into the nitty gritty. But if I wanted to come out with a mixtape by the end of Christmas, like by the end of this year, I could do that. And now with the
Okay.
platforms that we have today, I could probably do that. I just I don't know, man. I have a love and hate relationship with music. I'm a big fan of music, of art, and I just rap. Like I like everything except reggaeton. I'm not a fan of that stupid ass shit. All they talk about is fuck. It's like talk about rice and beans, you fucking plantain eater. God
Jesus Christ.
damn.
But
And I
I
can say that
remember
because I eat plantains too. I'm Puerto
fuck
Rican.
fuck yeah.
If in case people don't remember that,
Right, right. Yeah, I remember
like
you were trying
so
to get
when
me
I,
to freestyle. I was like, no, bro, I can't freestyle for shit. Like
yeah,
nothing
I wanted
comes
all you
like
guys in there.
yeah. And I remember Alexander, Alexander was DJ Stretch Marks. He was like your
DJ Stretch
he
Marks.
was like like he named himself.
I remember that.
This guy he was
This was
something
cool
else.
shit.
I mean
I remember right before I got out of the music, I had a conversation with
mhm,
Alexander.
mhm.
We sat. If he's listening to this, he probably remembers this. We were sitting in front of the garage, and it was nighttime, and it was just him and me, and we had this real deep, profound conversation about life and shit. I don't remember what we talked about, but that moment for me was very special, and I never forget it. And if you still remember it, motherfucker, you better.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we talked about, but that moment for me was very special. and I never
Yeah.
forget it. And if you still remember it, motherfucker, you better give me a shout out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he used to go with you to the studio. I think
Yeah,
he went once or twice with you.
yeah, he did.
So, so
The thing with that studio, man,
yeah,
everybody was a fucking reggaetonero. It was like I forget how many guys. I know Tabito El Indio was in there. Um, El Loco de Luquillo, I forget his name. Itai he ended up being part of the group later on. I don't know if he recorded with other people, but I had beef with a lot of people. Like I went to war. I was in war, man. Like that's war. When you're
like it
constantly
seemed, and like I don't know, it seemed like as soon as you fucking started rapping, it was like everybody had a
yes,
problem with you.
everybody had a problem. And I don't know why that was. I know I didn't come off. Like I was listening to a podcast the other day with Polaco because he just dropped a new album, and he's like I guess he had issues with a tweet with an X, you could call it now.
No X,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, where he said something and it came off wrong, and he was like, when I talk, I just, it comes off wrong, but that's just how I am. And I guess the same thing was with me. I'm a funny guy now. Like a lot of people, this guy listens to fucking, white boy music and this crazy stupid shit. Look at him. I'd rather be the way I am today. I've changed a lot. I'm not the way I used to be, and I don't want to be the way I used to be because when I was in the music, it was no fucking joke. People confused me and they were wrong.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna get into a lot of the street shit that went on because there's codes and there's stuff that you don't talk about. But just know that shit was heavy.
Hey, that's what's up, man. See, I didn't know it got kind of dark a little bit, but I mean,
It did, but that's a
I
little
know none of
history
it.
that people should know about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a musician, man. You're a musician. You
I
seen that
have
lady of
music in
like
my heart. My huh?
you seen that meme of the musician lady that she's
No,
on
I
a
haven't.
podcast and they ask her like, so you're a musician? She's like, musician? What the hell is that? What do you like? I make magic or something? It was like you're getting it mixed up with a magician. She's like, no, I make songs. I make music. And then they were like, well,
What the fuck?
you're a musician. She's like, no. And it's funny as hell because she was like, but like think. And she was like, well, so then you think you're a musician, right? And she's like, think, sweetie, that's ghetto. I don't think. It was like,
What the
bitch, you fucking
fuck?
stupid. You stupid.
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
I
I make music.
What I think you think I said. I said
No,
musician,
think
not
what-
magician.
I don't think, baby. I
But
don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
Man, people have weird ways of interpreting what they have in their brains. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, bro.
Just I didn't realize this, but I realize it now that whatever is in here, it's not always easy to get what's in here out of the mouth and into ears that people could understand. There's something there. Not everybody can expel what's in the brain and out the mouth in such a way that people can get. Like I know I can find myself like if we start talking about space right now, bro,
Oh shit.
black holes and the moon and fucking and Venus,
Mhm.
like I'll go down a rabbit hole where you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like I'll talk about pyramids and all this weird shit that's in my head that that I really like and like chemistry and science and you're like, what are you talking about, bro? Like you won't understand because it's in here and there's I don't know. I guess I can't really spew it out, but when it comes to music, I can. Like, you want a diss track? I'll diss you.
No, that's okay. I'm good.
I'll diss you right now on the air. I'm just
On the
kidding.
air. Oh shit.
Man, I'm just kidding.
No, no,
But
no. That's good though.
anyways,
I mean, that's good
that's
right
for
there, man.
that. Now, if anybody's listening and you have a copy of that mixtape, I don't have it. I want to listen to it again. It's been 15 years since I've
15.
heard my mixtape. I want that mixtape.
Yeah, I know.
Angel, if you're hearing this, DJ Kid, any of you guys, if anybody has this on a hard drive somewhere saved, get with me. I want to hear it again. I have some bangers on there, man.
I'm telling
I
you.
recorded with guys from I recorded with guys from Spain. I recorded with guys from France, with guys from El Salvador, with Argentina, con Chile. Like this shit was big, man. I
Hmm.
ended up from nothing to something in less than 2 years, in less than 24 months.
Yeah,
And then I had to get away because it was bad.
it got bad. Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't want
no
to end
man.
up like Tupac and Biggie, and I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
Big Pun because Big Pun died because his fat ass was too damn big. Which,
He's
by the way,
stupid.
a lot of people don't notice. Big Pun wasn't that tall of a guy. He was only 5'7". That's what I'm 5'7", 5'8". He was
Huh.
about my height, and he was 490 pounds or some shit.
Damn.
So the
Okay.
guy was big, but big this way.
That way.
So there's a photo of him with Joey Crack, with Fat Joe. Fat Joe's
Okay.
taller. He's like 6 foot or
Yeah,
six
look,
one or
he looks
6'2",
tall as
something
hell.
like that. He's taller. Yeah. But Big Pun died because his fat ass, his big weight fucking killed him. He got to weigh 700 pounds at one
Oh
point in
damn.
time.
Damn. Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
he was in rough shape. But rest in peace to one of the best fucking rappers to ever lace up
Fuck
for the rap game. He was the
me.
shit. A lot of people don't give him the credit because he only had like one album, one real good album. He had
Okay.
other stuff that he mixed up with Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. Which, by the way, the Terror Squad. A lot of people don't know this shit. Terror Squad was a real fucking group of people that was no joke. I got to meet a few of those guys from the Terror Squad when I did
Yeah.
stuff in New York when I was
Damn.
with my thing. Yeah, those guys are no joke. But anyways, all right.
That's
Next
what's up.
question.
That's what's
All right, we're gonna jump from one thing to the other.
Ooh,
The
yeah.
success of our channel. So thank you
Success.
to all of you. I already sent a what were you gonna say? What? The who?
No, I said yes. Success.
Yes. Um we got subscribers, we got views on that first episode, and I thanked everybody already, but I want to take the time to thank you guys again. It was a beautiful thing. I
Mhm.
enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to us talk a lot of shit.
Right, for an hour and a half.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
You know, man, we did pretty good. I mean, our first episode got about, I want to say, around 50 something views, which is not
Hmm.
bad for just throwing it out there like that, not really
This was
promoting it.
Saturday. It's been like
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah. Like not really
We-
promoting it like that, like crazy. We was just like, hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna start this podcast, and all of a sudden, boom, it just happened. We got fucking subscribers, we got the likes, we got comments. I mean, I don't know. Well, we had a
One
comment,
day,
yeah.
well,
Fucking
we have one
Animo
comment.
Willie,
Yeah.
Animo Willie.
Yeah. Digo, cabrones.
Like, Animo.
Which, by
But
the way,
yeah,
thank you, Ricky. Thank you for
yes,
watching, brother.
yes, yes, sir.
A good guy. Good guy. And hopefully this is gonna take off, and we're gonna have
Mhm.
fun, man. This is a thing. This is a real thing. I don't plan on giving up on it.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Same.
there's not a whole lot of brains behind this. It's just there's a lot of heart, I think, behind this.
Yeah,
It's
as
just
you can
more of
see. Yeah, as you can see.
as as you can tell, as you guys can tell,
Right.
like not a whole lot of brains behind the matter. I got a lot of head,
No.
but there's not a lot of brain in there.
Oh shit, no man. But I think we're doing pretty good, man. We're doing pretty good.
I think so. I think so, man. All right, next question. All right, Apple. Apple. Did you guys see the keynote? Did you guys see what happened with Apple? Jesus with C and a H. Christ with a K. What the fuck happened? So in my, I'm into tech. If you guys don't know, I am a fan of tech as well. I like technology. I'm all into SpaceX, and I'm not too deep into all that shit, Tesla and all that good stuff, but I am into phones and computers, and I build computers for gaming. I've done stuff like that, and I repaired cell phones once upon a time. I posted up a picture of me fixing my kid's phone this today. Maybe you guys saw that. I only posted it on Instagram and Facebook,
I did see
but
it.
you did? Cool.
Yeah, yeah, and that's long ago too.
I'm into tech. Yeah. I'm into tech and iPhones. Man, how is it fucking possible? Let me go on a miniature rant. Who the fuck sells an $800 phone with a 60 hertz display? That to me is mind boggling. You could buy $150 brand new, I don't know, Samsung phone or everybody on the Android side has 120 hertz. Like nobody does 90 anymore. And iPhone, Apple still sells an iPhone with 60 hertz display now. Albeit a lot of people don't really care about that. A lot of people don't notice because they haven't tried a 120 hertz display. Once you do that, you can't go back. And that's one thing.
Is that the
The
new
other
16?
thing is the new 16. The
What?
16 Pros have the Pro Motion. Yeah. So the Pro Motion display has 120 hertz. Hopefully, we don't lose a lot of people in the podcast because I'm talking all this.
like, yeah, we leave.
Well, hold on. It's just a quick rant. It's just a quick rant. It's very quick. We're gonna pass this and we're gonna be done with it. Apple Intelligence. The whole keynote was around. The keynote name was called Glow Timber or something, and it's about the glow around the screen when you hit the Siri because Siri now has Apple Intelligence, which is like a variation of ChatGPT and some other stuff. It's not
Yeah.
really Apple. Apple doesn't have intelligence. They only have the intelligence to fuck customers over. That's the only thing they have. I hate
fucked
Apple
me
and
a
I love
couple
them at the
times.
same time. I use the Mac. Huh?
I said they fucked me a couple times.
What?
And they're still fucking me right now.
Oh
but
yeah, man.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm recording this with an iPhone 13 mini.
Whew.
The Mac that I'm using, I have a MacBook M1 Air. It's not a Pro, it's just a MacBook Air M1. Um, you know, what the fuck, Apple? Like seriously, man. Like the whole event was about Apple Intelligence, and you saw this phone, and then tell your customers, yeah, we're launching with iOS 18. There's no Apple Intelligence. You'll get that sometime by the end of the year.
Right, yeah. Sometime like in December, November, December,
Come
something like that.
on, man. That's bullshit. Like if don't sell an iPhone for this year. People are happy
Not
with
as
their
well.
iPhone 15s and 15 Pros. Like, don't sell anything. Sell it next year. Make sure you sell a phone that's, fully baked.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
know, man. You know, I don't get it, man. I really don't understand who in the fuck pays $800 for an iPhone 16, not the Plus, that's $900, not the Pro, that's 1,000, and the Pro, that's a better phone. But it's like you're gonna pay $800 for a phone with 60 hertz display. Give me a break. Yes. What do you have?
This is new.
Oh, you got fucked. Is that the 15?
That's a 15, yeah.
Oh, you got. I think. I think people who bought the 15 got the worst fucking of the year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
15.
Like if
But
you're
I
going
had
from
the
an
12
11,
though. I had a 12.
you a regular 12.
A regular 12.
Okay. Well, you should have jumped into the 14 Pro. I would have done that. Or even the 13 Pro,
This
because
is a 15 Pro Max.
which is a good phone. But guess what the difference between that and the new one is? Right now,
Big-
nothing.
bigger-
A little
bigger
camera
screen.
button. The
Bigger
bigger
screen.
screen, by 0.2 of an inch or
Yeah.
whatever. Because I think yours is 6.7 and now there's 6.9. Jesus Christ.
Just like I said, it's not always
What you
about the
say?
size. It's not always about the size.
I know. Well, I was gonna get there. It's like now they're making phones the size of dildos.
I'm telling
Jesus
you,
Christ.
it's a 6. This is what, 6.7?
6.7, yeah.
6.7.
My
yeah.
iPhone is a 5.4 incher. It's a little tiny one.
It's okay. It does the
A
job,
little,
sir.
it's a little bitty. It does what it needs to do.
Exactly.
So, but I do need to upgrade. I do need to get into a pro phone because I need the extra camera. I do a lot of filming. I don't have a camera, so I do a lot of stuff with my iPhone, and I've been torn between. I always have two phones on me. I recently sold my Pixel 7, which was a great phone, but I miss Samsung. There's something about Samsung, and I'm thinking about getting an S23.
Okay.
Now that they're getting cheaper. But I do need to have an iPhone as well. So there's that. Anything you wanna add to that mix before I jump on to
No,
the next one?
no, man. Just Apple's fucking everybody, and jumping from like my very first iPhone was the 12, and I mean I
That was your
liked it.
first iPhone?
My first iPhone, yeah. I was always Samsung. I always had the
Really?
Notes. I always had the S series. I always had something else,
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? Like I liked the style when the 12 came out. I was like, I really like that how the phone. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Apple a chance. I got the Apple. I liked, learned to like it. Going from Samsung to Apple, it was
Oh,
a
absolutely. It's a
difference.
rough ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I learned to like it, got used to it, and then fucking the next year, as soon as I think I got the 12, and within a
And
couple of
then the
months,
13 came out.
the 13 came out. I was like, fuck. I was like, okay, and then fucking the next year, the 14 came out. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'll wait. My phone's still good. The 15 came out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, my phone is still pretty good. But then the 16 came out. I was like, my phone is fucked up. my charging port didn't work. Fucking one of
Oh,
the
man.
speakers didn't work. I mean, the whole shebang.
Yeah, mine has
Battery
an
dying
issue
like
with the ear
crazy.
speaker. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. My
So
battery health is at 87%, which is not good.
yeah, I think mine was down there too. And then fucking, I was like, I can go ahead and just upgrade. You know,
Does
why
Jessie
would I get
have
the
a
16?
iPhone or she still with Samsung?
Yeah, no, she has an iPhone too. She was
Okay.
she was on iPhone way before I was. So
Okay. Well, for me, iPhone is because of FaceTime. The only feature that has me stuck to iPhone is FaceTime because
yeah,
that's how I see my kids.
that's pretty much like one of the best features that iPhone have is their FaceTime.
Yeah.
And
And it's
when
hard
you
to
try to
replace.
do
Like
it,
I've tried everything.
yeah, the same.
Yeah.
Like when I had the Samsung, I tried the Google Duo, I tried Facebook, I tried all these other apps, and it was just not. It wasn't crisp, but it was
Yep.
always lagging. If I
No.
didn't have no
Yep.
reception, I mean, this is like the best.
WhatsApp,
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
same thing.
It's the truth. They nailed it with FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with compatibility with iPhone and Mac also is a good thing, but you can bypass all that shit. There's
Mm-hmm.
apps now that you can run native, third-party apps that you can run native on the Mac and
Yeah,
on a Samsung phone, and you could just live with both. But
right.
AirDrop for me has been a big one. It's been very good. I can do all my stuff and just AirDrop it to the Mac, boom, and it's done.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, see,
but that
I don't have a Mac. I have a PC. So what I did, I just downloaded the cloud and then I just throw it there
there
and
you
that's it.
go. And that's it.
So
And you could just download it from so now the thing, and then that's what I was getting to. I think that the end of the phone is nearing. Let me explain real quick and then we'll jump to the next topic. If with this update that they just did, iOS 18, it's so similar to Android now. It's like even like when you scroll down to your like where you see your toggles and stuff, I forget what they call it, your control center, it looks the
Mhm.
same almost as an
Oh,
Android.
does it?
Like if you have an iPhone and a Samsung and you do the same thing, it looks very similar. Now with iPhone, you can locate like your apps anywhere you want, which is still kind of finicky. It's not the same thing as an Android.
Right.
Um, but finally, after fucking 50,000 years, you guys decide to do this. It's like,
Right.
Jesus, man. It's about time,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And but I'm sure that I'm not the only one criticizing Apple for this. Like MKBHD is criticizing Apple, Android Police, GSM Arena, like everybody's complaining about
Hmm.
the 60 hertz display on an $800 phone. The selling a phone half baked with no Apple intelligence with the promise. You never buy a phone with the promise of software updates. You never do that. We
Right.
can look at Google as an example. Google has promised a bunch of shit, and then Google is like the best example. They cut shit right off the like Google Podcast. That was a thing. That's no longer around anymore. Um, Now you could if by the way, if you had Google Podcasts and you don't find an alternative, Pocket Cast is very good. I use Pocket Cast on my Pixel and it was very good. I moved over all my podcasts that I listen to on the iOS over from that to that, and it was good. But
Not sponsored.
phones, yeah, there you go.
We
Yes, please.
need sponsors.
There's yeah. Hey, we're open to sponsors. You want to sponsor us?
Yeah. Right.
We're down. But there's no innovation. Innovation is the only innovation that I've seen, like with the launch of the iPhone 16, Huawei. I don't know if you remember that company that Donald Trump sent over to. They sent them to go fucking screw themselves, because he was right. He was right. Huawei was spying on U.S. citizens with their antennas and all that bullshit, collecting data. So they
Okay.
got banned from the states. They got banned from using Google, so they had to come up with their own operating system. It was a rough time for Huawei, but they're back. They're not back here. They're not legit in the United States, but you could sort of like import. They have a trifold um phone now. Like they call it the hamburger, which is the flip phone. Then they have like the hot dog one that opens up like this. And now they have a trifold that opens up like this and then like this. And it's like a fucking 11 or 12-inch tablet. That's
Is that the
innovative.
one?
Like,
Is that the one on TikTok? I think they're
I don't
selling it
know,
on
but
TikTok. I think it sounds familiar to Huawei or something like that.
it's expensive. It's like $2,800 or something. Please mistake me if please forgive me if I'm making a mistake on the price because I don't really remember. But it's some
That's a
crazy
lot.
fucking. It's like $3,000 for a phone.
It's a lot.
So yeah, it is a lot of money. But
Yeah.
there's no innovation. There's no innovation. That's why Apple decided to do the Apple Vision thing. I think things are heading that way. Things are heading through the glasses. That's where the future is
Virtual
kind of looking at right now.
virtual reality.
Yeah, the virtual reality. Like phones
Yeah.
are gonna be prehistoric items that we're gonna look back and be like, man, remember when we used that? Like the Tamagotchis and shit. And that was innovative back in its day, and those things are like
Yeah.
collector's items nowadays.
Shit, it's gonna be like when our kids come out. Fucking, you know how I
Yeah.
don't know if you've seen the trend now. Like, how do you pick up a phone? So the millennials will be like this, and kids nowadays are like this, and then
No
our
shit.
kids gonna be
I
like,
haven't seen that. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see
yeah.
that.
So
I didn't see that. That's interesting. Well,
yeah,
things are changing. Times change. Time goes on. But anyways, I'm done with that subject. Anything you want to add to that before we jump to the next?
no, Wheeler, just take it away, bro. Just take it away. I'm just here
I'm gonna take it
listening
away.
and
All right.
enjoying the whole
All
thing.
right. All right. Real quick. Let's make it snappy. Top
Mm.
3 cars you would buy right now if money wasn't an option.
I've always wanted a fucking 240. A
240
240
SX or 240Z?
240 SX.
The S13 Sylvia.
No, it's yeah, the
Yeah, it's an
hatchback, preferably.
S13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
they're
thought it was
called
a
180SX in Japan.
no. Are they
Well,
SX or ZX?
which what year? What year? What year are you talking about? Early 90s?
93-ish.
Yeah, that's an S13.
Yeah, S13. But is it a ZX
Okay.
or SX?
It's a SX, but in
SX.
Japan
Then
they're
what the?
called 180SX,
Okay. And
and
then what the
they're
fuck is
also
a
called
ZX? Is it a 300
ZX is
ZX?
from
Oh, the
that's the
300. Okay,
300
you,
ZX. Yeah,
that's why I was
that's the Z or
confusing it.
like Z30, C31 was a CX, Z32 was a CX, and Z33 was a
Yeah.
CX.
Well, mine's between
ZX
the
or ZX.
S13 or R34. Those are my carros right there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
R34
That's
is our
interesting.
S13, man.
You
Love
know that
this.
the R32, when the R32 came out, the R32 is basically a copy of the Porsche 959, but they made it better and more reliable and better for street use, and it was like a way better car, even though they copied everything from it.
Oh yeah.
They copied like the all-wheel drive, the thing, like it was basically a copy of that. Like that car inspired the GTR's creation. I don't know if you knew
Gotcha.
that.
No.
You mentioned two.
Oh,
Go
my top
with your
three.
last one.
Hmm.
Yeah, top three.
My last one, bro. Mm, it's like it's not like a dream car, but it's a car that I would want, and probably
Okay.
you won't. you won't guess it. I mean, you know what it is, but you won't be like, I don't see you that type of way. It's the Nissan Pulsar GTI.
GTI or GTIR?
GTIR, my bad.
Okay. So the all-wheel drive 2.0 turbo hatch. That thing is quick.
Yeah.
That is a quick hatch, and now they're very expensive.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
found
they were
one the other
expensive
day.
when they were back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. I did find a GTI. So the difference between a GTI and a GTIR is that the GTI has an SR18DE
Mhm.
front-wheel drive. It's got the interiors. It's basically an SER, a B13 US spec SER.
Yeah, just
But
like the
the
hatchback.
GTI-R has all the goodies, like all-wheel drive, turbo. But yeah, it looks the same, identical car on the outside, and well, it doesn't have the hood scoop. That hood scoop is very, very, very cool.
Yeah, yeah, no. Like
And
every time
for
that
me,
go ahead.
no, go every time. What?
No, I mean every time that I get like on a game and then they fucking offer that fucking car, I get it. Just to have,
Yeah,
just to
that's a
have.
badass hatch. It's very underrated. Like a lot
Yeah,
of people don't talk about it, but that
right.
thing back in the day was
It was a monster.
quick.
It's a monster.
No joke, quick. Yeah. My top three, my number one car, if no money was no option, would be a McLaren F1. That
Okay.
would be my top car. Those cars are worth millions of dollars now. Jay Leno has a $20 million example.
Okay.
That's a lot of fucking money. My
What year was
second
it?
car, 95, I think it is.
Okay.
94, 95.
All right.
That car still has records that haven't been broken. That car, for 10 years, had the fastest speed record before the Veyron came out. And this is a car that doesn't have turbos, and the Veyron has 4.
Yeah.
I think still to this day, there's no NA, non-turbo car that can beat the speed of the McLaren F1. Has a seat in the middle, has 2 seats in the back. It's a dope-ass car.
Mhm.
And every race it entered, it fucked everybody. Like, that car was just too much. But anyways, my second pick, and this is a tough pick because I'm between an F40, like a Ferrari F40, or a Nissan, not a Nissan, a Tomi Kaira ZZ20 or ZZS. I forget the name, but it's basically a little small car that looks like a Lotus Elise, and it has a SR20DE upgraded by Altec. So it's got individual throttle bodies, it's got headers, it's got an ECU, makes like 180 horsepower out of a rear, like mid-mounted rear engine car. It's
What's up?
fucking dope. So one of those 2 cars. But my third option would be a real nice and clean original spec low mileage 1986 Toyota Sprinter Treno GT Apex 16.
Trino. I
That
knew it.
fucking thing.
I knew
And
it,
it
dude.
doesn't and to make it even better, the black V version, which has the gold wheels, the paint scheme is black with the gold stripes, like the
Okay.
digital cluster, like that's the car. Like not the
Okay. I
the
thought you wanted like the
Fujiwara
initial
Tofu
D.
shop car.
I thought you wanted
Yeah,
the
I mean that's
initial
played out.
D. Yeah.
I did, but it's so played out now, like it's too played out. So actually, you know what? I take that back. If my third option would be Keiichi Tsushiya's 86. That
Okay.
thing is dope. That thing is well taken care of. Like he's got the green
Mhm.
carbon hood with the green carbon headlight eyelid thing, so the whole thing is like green
Yeah.
carbon fiber. It's dope as fuck. That car is sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck
those are
yeah.
my 3. And
It's just we're just a bunch of old schools though, bro. Old schools.
yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't mind owning a Tesla Model Plaid, which is fast as fuck,
Yeah, I know,
but
right?
it's an EV. I don't mind EVs because I'm a tech guy.
Mhm.
I don't mind EVs, but I wouldn't own one like that. Like if I was rich and I had money, I mean, I probably would. A Model 3 performance isn't so bad. But
I mean, you
I'm a
had
car guy.
like you had a
I
Prius.
like I like.
Yeah, you
I
had a
did
couple
have a Prius.
Priuses.
I loved the Prius. The Prius was a very good car. There's a video on my YouTube channel explaining why that's the best car in the world. I
Exactly.
don't think that anymore.
My bro.
There's better cars now, but to me, the Prius, the second gen Prius, is one of the best cars ever made. I sold that car. I bought it with 114,000 miles. Drove around the United States. I drove to 43 states in that car when I had my business. I ended up driving to Mexico about 12 times, back and forth from Detroit, Michigan. And I remember I drove for about 50,000 miles with no oil, where
Holy
you pull the
shit.
dipstick out. Yeah, and there's nothing on the oil dipstick. It's dry as a bone.
Damn.
Which ended up fucking up my piston rings, since then the car would consume oil. I would put a quart of oil like every month. But man, what a car. I got 45 minimum MPG in that thing, driving it like a hooligan. That thing was dope. Dope, dope. It wasn't I take that back. It wasn't dope. It was efficient. And
Efficient.
by efficient,
Okay.
I mean it was good on gas. It was comfortable. It had space. It rode nice. Like, it wasn't fast. It wasn't slow like people talk about either. It wasn't that slow. Like, I bet you money I could beat a fucking Geo Tracker in that Prius.
Oh, Geo
You know,
Tracker,
that's,
really? Like
yeah,
what year?
that shit's slow. Like an 89.
No, no.
But it wasn't a Civic Si. Yeah, absolutely not. But it did the job. You know, when you floored it and you had to take off, it did its thing. It was a good car. And you know, if you guys don't know, go watch the video. The Prius, the best car in the world.
Yeah.
In that video,
Yeah.
I kidnapped my son. I throw him in the trunk, and I try to show people like the
Yeah.
space that it has. It's like, you can hide people in here.
Oh shit.
So after the podcast, go watch that video. It's pretty funny. It's stupid. You know, this is when I first started doing videos, but what's going on, man? What you got
Hey,
going on over there?
we'll put a link in the description. You know, go ahead and check
boy.
that out.
Sounds good to me.
Just
And
I'll put a description for my OnlyFans. My feet pics.
oh boy. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I have an OnlyFans account, but I have nothing in there. It's empty. Yeah, I did it just to see what people were posting, because I was hearing about this foot fetish bullshit. I'm like, what's going on here, bro? Like, this is like 2-3 years ago, like during the pandemic, and it's like people are making money showing their toes. Like,
people are showing
the fuck.
He was looking into it.
I haven't. Nah, stop. Don't. Hey, Jesse.
I told Jessica let's do some content. Well, she should have wanted to. She was like, I got too much tattoos. She was like, I got too many tattoos. So we'll know. She said, and I'm a teacher.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Oh man, that's a combination there, man.
Yeah,
Jeez,
that's why.
man.
That's
You'll
like
get
automatic
viewers.
fire. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just me out of breath.
But I yes. I haven't been on in a while because there's nothing for me to do there. It's not like I want to go on there and watch other people do their thing. You know, it's like whatever. You can do that shit for free.
For free,
You know,
exactly.
go on the web, you can find it. Which, by the way, porn is illegal here in Texas now.
What?
Yeah,
They
like if you go to
changed?
like if you go to like pornhub.com, it won't let you in. You have to use a VPN.
Holy shit.
But there's workarounds.
Get arrested for
Besides
that
a
shit.
VPN, there's a website called xvideos.com. And
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
sponsored by anybody.
Right.
And
That's right.
I'm just saying what I know. I'm just saying what I know. Like, I just know that it works.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
Oh hell no. I was
Texans
thinking
that
about
wanna-
fucking moving into El Paso. I was thinking about it, but now you just fucking. I was like, nah.
Yeah, well, you know what? After that ban came in, man, the like stores that sell porn, like their videos went up through the roof. You had DVDs for $1, now they're like 3 for 20, or some crazy shit like that. Just because people can't watch porn on the internet.
Damn,
It's
that's crazy.
crazy. Yeah, well, I
But
mean, it's a conservative state. You know,
yo,
even
oh,
marijuana's not legal here yet. It's like make it fucking legal. Let people smoke the shit. You know, I don't have
man,
a problem with it. Let people smoke it anyway. It's like
they're
you
gonna do
can
it anyways, regardless, right? Might as well make money off of it.
make money off of it. You know, make collect taxes on that shit. Make we don't need streets to be better because we have nice roads here. I haven't, man, dude, I haven't seen a pothole in a long time. Like
Lucky,
roads
you
here
are
are
lucky.
silky smooth. I love it here, man. I love Texas.
Yeah. No, I
Big
mean
fat.
we got potholes here. The other day I saw a cat fucking almost break its leg in a pothole. That motherfucker
No
just
shit.
yep. Potholes are nuts out
Damn.
here.
Yeah, it's always been like that. Well, not always, but they're getting worse up there. It's too bad.
No, actually,
Um,
right now there's a lot of construction going on, but they fix
really?
one side and then the other side gets fucked up. It's like they're taking
Yeah,
like way too long on shit. You know, it's like one side of the road is getting used way too much. So then by the
yeah,
time the other side
yeah,
is fucking done, that side needs work again. It's like,
yeah.
come on, guys.
Man, you remember on I-75 over by River Rouge, like Southwest Detroit area,
Hmm.
where that overpass had holes where you could see down through?
Down through the bridge, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking bananas. That's an interstate highway,
Hmm.
I-75. You could see down through the fucking freeway. There were holes, man.
Yeah,
That's bonkers, dude. Like I
yeah,
still can't. That's crazy,
yeah. I
crazy,
mean, it's
crazy.
a lot better now. I mean, they rebuilt the whole bridge. Well, not they didn't rebuild the
Yeah,
whole bridge.
well,
All they did repaved it.
they repaved it, but because they're working on that bridge that's connecting you guys to Canada.
Yeah, the
Which, by the
second
way,
one.
last time I was up there, I got lost. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened here? I ended up on Fort Road, and then Fort Road takes it's like a tunnel, and it's like what happened here?
Yeah,
I
you know,
remember just going straight to Fourth Street. You make a left, you're going to downtown. Now it's like what the fuck happened
yeah,
here?
like right now we have like the freeway looks like a fucking. It's all crazy. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
crazy
Well,
right
I
now.
mean, that's cool. That's cool. That's nice. When I go up there to visit, it's going to be a sight to see.
Yeah,
Um, but here in Texas, man, the freedom here is like the law of the land. You can do whatever you want. Like,
like I
did
was
you
gonna
know?
ask you
Here's a
what.
fun fact. Yeah,
Okay, no,
actually.
I was gonna ask you like, well, what was the reason, the reasoning to move into Texas, man? You've been here forever, and then all of a sudden just
I needed a
Texas.
change. Well, mostly for Vero and my daughter. I
Okay,
wanted to be close to Sara, and because Sara has eight ADHD, she has like compulsive disorder, like the stuff I had when I was a kid.
okay,
And I remember me being treated like shit because I couldn't stay still. My mom would always yell at me. My dad would always fucking hit me and shit. Be like, stay still, like sit in this corner. Like I remember in school when I was little, I couldn't remember things. Like I had a good teacher, which by the way, she passed away not too long ago. She passed away at a very old age. I love her dearly, Miss Delgado. But when I was in first grade, she ended up going to second grade. Like she changed her grade because I went to second grade. She really helped me with my education. She would sing to me. Like Rene, you know Rene from Residente, he has a song called Rene. And in the
okay.
beginning of the song, his mom is singing to him like I forget how it goes. Cabeza, rodillo, muslos y cadera. Cabeza, rodillo, muslos y cadera. Like he couldn't remember. So she was singing to him. I had the same experience. I went through this when I heard that song for the first time, dude, I cried.
Yeah.
I cried because I was like, I didn't know people went through this shit. Like I thought I was the only one. And this teacher, she would sing to me, so I can remember things. And I remember like putting that into practice. Like if I when I was in the like when I was at war with the music stuff,
Hmm.
and I saw somebody drive by pulling out a gun, and I wanted to like remember the license plate, I would look at the license plate and sing it in my head, and I would never forget that license plate ever again. Like
Okay.
for me, yeah, it was like like a life hack for me to remember things, and I got a 4.0 when I was in first and second grade, even though I had all this stuff, I had these conditions. But
Right.
anyway, Sara has the same thing. She's incredibly smart, which is gonna lead me. That's a good segue to the next topic that I have, and then we're gonna cut it at that. But and you kind of see where I'm going with this. But she has the same stuff I had, and her mom sometimes loses her patience, and when she's in Mexico, her mom or her family sometimes they're nice to her, but they're not used to how she is, and because I know how she is and I know what it feels like, I want to be around her.
Okay.
So if Vero needed to be down here because of her mom, which that's the main reason her mom is ill and she's old, and I was like, well, why not? I mean, yeah, I'm not around my kids, but I see them all the time. I talk to them. He's a grown man already. Mimi is getting big, but I also needed to change. Like, I needed to get away. Like, I felt like Detroit was gonna. It was like a trap, and I was gonna die in Detroit, never make it out.
Okay.
And because I've been on this side of the country before, I've been blessed to see like the state of Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, New Mexico, Nevada, like Arizona. Like, I've been out here, and I really, 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 really liked the out west, like the old west out here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll kill like 5 stones with one shot. And one of those things was Sarah. The other thing was, Beto being close to family. Because if she's close to family, then I'm not close to Sara. So,
Okay.
and then I needed a change, man. And I'm glad I made the change because I love it out here.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love the culture. I love the food. The people here are very nice. Like, I get here when I first got here, I was working Amazon on the weekends.
Okay.
That's a whole story. We'll leave that for the next podcast. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about employment experiences. But I did Walmart Spark deliveries for a little bit,
Okay.
and when I did that, I remember driving around like different areas of El Paso, like northeast, west, east, upper valley, lower valley, and driving around neighborhoods to drop off the stuff, and people walking their dogs would wave at me. They see me coming and they'll be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Fuck is wrong with you?" And then like it's weird how nice people are here. It's like it's the thing. I'm used to it now. Like another thing was every time I would go to the store, like a Circle K, which is a gas station you guys have up there, but you guys don't know what Circle K really is. Circle
Hey,
K is like
hey,
the law of the
hey.
land here. You guys have
Yes.
Speedway.
Yes, sir.
We
You
don't
better
really
watch
have.
what you're saying. You better watch what you're saying.
I know. I'm gonna gain
Oh,
some haters. Oh
what's
shit,
going
I'm
on?
beefing. I'm beefing. But we have Circle K here. Circle K is like Speedway. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's just a little different. But
We got it here too.
yeah. But I
Uh,
didn't know what I've seen Circle K up there. I never knew what it was until I got here. I was
okay.
like, oh, that's Circle K.
Well,
Okay.
maybe it might be
But
different then.
because well, down here they're everywhere. It's like the store.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
CVS up there.
Mhm.
But people will hold the door for you. They'll wait as you're walking up to the door, and they'll hold it for you, and they'll let you like if you and me were walking to the store,
Mhm.
and I know the culture here, I would like jump ahead of you and grab the door and open it for you.
Yeah.
And women do that, men do that, like everybody does that here. It's like people here are really nice. When you go to work, good morning, good morning. People you don't know, hey, how you doing? Good morning. How's your day going? It's like I'm not used to that shit. Not saying that people in Detroit are mean. I mean, they're a little bit, but
They're
they're
mean.
not.
Why you so mean?
They're not mean. It's just people in Detroit. Detroit has good people. The
Yeah.
problem is, I understand the psychology behind why people are the way they are in Detroit. Like you have a lot of crazy people. Like um,
Yeah.
the fact that you have winter and it's very cold up there in winter and it's very gloomy and it's always dark and cloudy on the winter and it's like everything's dry and depressing, like that shit gets to people.
Yeah.
Down here it's not like that. Down here winter on the worst day it's 32 degrees at night, 80 degrees in the day, it's sunny as a motherfucker, it's beautiful. People here don't experience that. Like and that weather does play a role in your mood.
Okay.
If it rains down here,
I
it's
mean,
very like when it rains here, people they don't freak out, but when it rains here, it's like people find that extremely beautiful. Like they want to go out and get wet and like it's a beautiful thing when it rains here. And up there when it rains, it's like fuck, it's raining.
yeah, like
You
today.
know?
Just like
Yeah,
today.
like today.
Yeah, like today. Like
But
I was the
so
whole day. I was like, I looked at the fucking thing. I was like, it's gonna rain today. It's like, it
yeah,
might not. And then all of a sudden it says 100% rain. I was like, yeah, it's gonna fucking rain today. It
yeah.
did change my mood. It
Down
did
here, it's
change my
like
mood though.
it does, and I mean, weather does affect people's, psyche or their way of feeling, how they
Yeah.
feel. And because it's so nice down here, the weather's beautiful. It's like California weather with all the California crazy. And by the way, if you live in California and you want to move
I
to
won't.
Texas, you leave that bullshit back there. Don't bring that shit here.
I kind of want
We
to go to
don't want
California.
California here.
I kind of want to go to
And that's
California.
something I do have to say that because California people are crazy. They are crazy. Not everybody. There's good people in California, and I know quite a few. I have friends in California, but and they're not crazy people. They're good people. There's a lot of crazy people, and a lot of those crazy people are coming down to Texas, and people here in Texas are
Making.
like, "Oh no, you motherfucker! I'll pull out my 12 shotgun and blow your fucking shit to smithereens." So yeah, people here will play that shit. So
Yeah, no.
anyways, that leads me to the next topic, and we'll call it a day at that, and that is
For
the
sure.
language change. Um, I have to tone down my cursing
Oof.
because this little kid, this little 3-year-old kid, repeats everything, everything to the
Like a
T.
sponge. Like a sponge.
This morning, her mom is giving her food, and she's like, "You want some eggs?" And she was like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want that shit." Just like that. And I was like, "Whoa, what did you
Yeah.
just say?" No, fuck that. I don't want that shit. I'm like, "Are you serious, little girl?" Like, I want to I want to hit you right now. Like, I didn't hit her. I just, told her she doesn't need to do that
She's
because
from
I don't
Detroit.
condone.
She's
She's
from
from
Detroit.
Detroit. She was born in Dearborn. But I don't condone violence on
She was
kids.
born in
Just so
Dearborn.
everybody's clear. I got my ass beat by belt buckles and fucking hangers, metal
Oh my
ones,
god.
extension cords, and I'm sure you did too, Alex.
Mm.
Because growing up as a Puerto Rican with a Puerto Rican mother
Hmm.
is
It was
hardcore.
not that
No
crazy.
joke.
Mommy was not that crazy, but she had some fucking things like, yeah, you better watch the fuck out. She gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. My parents were crazy. I didn't go to school for 2 weeks because my mom decided to whip my ass, and she hit me across the face with a belt, and I had a belt mark right here like this. It ran. The tip of the belt was right here. I never forget it, and it ran across my face to like here. And my dad got home. We were in Puerto Rico when this happened, and my dad's like, "What the fuck? That's not how you. That's not how you whip a child. You whip him like this." He pulled the belt out. He's whipping me again. And I get my ass. I got my ass whipped by two parents. It's like, what, man? Come on.
Jesus
Because I got into a
Christ.
fight. I got into a fight, and I got
Okay.
suspended. Okay, ya voy, mami, porque ya voy a terminar. Um. But anyways, I need to cuss down all the curse. I need to tone down the cursing because this one is she's learning too much, and I love my freedom of speech, but sometimes you have to tone back because
Yeah.
little crazy kids like that, imagine her in school. Teacher's like, "All
Ooh.
right, children, pull out your notebooks," and she's like,
Right.
"Fuck
Fuck
that, I'm not
that
doing this shit."
shit. Right. Yup.
Yeah, no, not good. So
Right.
I'm gonna tone it down. Yes, I'm gonna still cuss because that's just who I am.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
to express myself, and the best
It
way of
just
me expressing
flows.
myself is
Yeah, it just flows out. I mean, you have to say it
flows.
for it to sound right. If you don't, then it doesn't sound right.
It does, yeah. It's like you're taking a leak and you're holding it. You're
Mhm.
halfway through, you stop. That's bad for your
No,
kidneys.
fuck that
Sure.
shit. Fuck, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah. You gotta have a
Oh
strong
man.
prostate to deal with that. But anyways,
Mm-mm.
anything you want to mention, Alex, so we can wrap this up?
No, man. Oh, I gotta give a shout out to Gabi. Shout out to Gabi,
Yeah,
man. I
I was
love you,
gonna say
bro.
that
I
too.
got a
Yeah.
shout out to Gabi. And I got a shout out for
What's up,
David,
Gabi?
fucking
What's good,
Jordan. Got you guys,
David?
Dave. Fuck you, man. And
Fuck you, Dave. Fuck you, Dave.
fuck you, Dave. Fuck you, Dave. I tell him every morning. Fuck you, Dave. He's like, fuck you.
All right, let's wrap it up. Shout outs from on my end to a lot of people, everybody that's following me on social media. A special shout out to Ensign Renton from Julian Ren channel. Julie, you too.
What up? What up?
My sister Yalaiska, my brother Joey, and my
Joey.
cousin Steph, and a whole lot of people. There's too many people to mention. I'll be here for days. But everybody that's following me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, I'm on Signal. I am on Telegram. I am on all those platforms except Threads. I need to get back on Threads. I am on X. It's not Willie Reyes channel. It's something else. Forget what it is. But anyways, shout out to everybody that follows me and likes my content.
Mhm.
And here's another one for the books.
There we go. Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2, baby. We'll see you on the next one. You guys
Yes,
remember,
sir.
we drop every Saturday mornings. The episode is out. We record on Tuesday, so things can happen between Tuesday and Saturday that might change, like, whatever. Weather, politics, electronics, cars, whatever. But we'll be up to date on the next one. So,
Mhm.
cool beans.
Hey, you guys go ahead and follow us on every social media platform at the longest.
Which we have to,
the longest.
yeah, we have to get that shit going because we have individual from our different channels.
Mhm.
We have to get the stuff going for this channel. So we'll work on
Yeah.
that. There's things in the works. Spotify, Apple Podcast, Pocket Casts, and
Mhm.
a bunch of other shit. So we're
Yes,
not
sir.
joking
Yes, sir.
around. This is serious stuff.
Mm. All right, guys. Well,
Cool beans, man.
yeah, cool beans. All right, guys. Later
I
on.
love you, brother. I love you.
Love you. Love you too, brother.
I don't know if you knew
Guys.
that.
No. Give me a quick second, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Go for it. In the meantime, well, this is probably gonna get edited out. So I'm not gonna really waste anybody's time. But this is a break. We're taking a break. This is a commercial break. Brought to you in part by Slim Shady. Slim Shady does not give a fuck what you think. Little did you know, by purchasing this album, you have just kissed his ass. Oh man, that's funny shit. Oh man. Slim Shady
What was
is
that,
gonna
bro?
kill you.
What was that?
So I don't know if you want to edit that, if you want to like leave it in, or I don't know. It's up to you. I don't really care. I had to come up with something.
I might leave it. I just might cut to you myself just to
Yeah.
you take
Like,
take
this
away
is
your
brought to
shit.
you in part by Slim Shady. Slim Shady does not give a fuck what you think. Little did you know, upon purchasing this album, you have just kissed his ass. Anyway.